Unleash a mind-blowing spectacle of the century. Brace yourself for the unbelievable $54 billion China and Pakistan largest oil port that defies all expectations and leaves you in awe. Hold on to your seats and prepare to have your mind blown, because today we are diving headfirst into a mind-bending spectacle that will leave you absolutely gobsmacked. Get ready to enter the jaw-dropping realm of the mind-boggling, the audacious, and the downright crazy. Brace yourself for the unveiling of the colossal $54 billion China and Pakistan largest oil port, where unimaginable dreams become an awe-inspiring reality. This is not your ordinary story, my friends. This is an adrenaline-fueled journey into the extraordinary, where limits are shattered and boundaries cease to exist. So buckle up and get ready to be transported into a world of sheer incredulity. Oil serves as the sought lifeblood that powers economies and propels development in a world where natural resources are essential to a country's survival and development. Each country without oil reserves works hard to protect this priceless resource for an unseen future. Enter China, a massive industrialized behemoth with a mind-boggling 1.4 billion people and a voracious want for energy to fuel its explosive rise. China began a bold and persistent 14-year project to build Pakistan's largest offshore oil terminal after realizing the critical importance of securing oil import routes. But why would China devote such a significant amount of time and money to such a huge undertaking? The port's crucial strategic importance is the key to the solution. This water port proudly breaks the U.S. blockade of Chinese shipping lanes, while also providing China with a reliable and secure supply of oil. It paves a different path, allowing China to get beyond constraints put in place by its giant rival and make its independence known on a global scale. Just observe as the impressive China-Pakistan economic corridor, with infrastructural projects valued at a staggering $54 billion, is unveiled as the result of a Herculean effort. This corridor serves as a unique example of the power of cooperation under the bold Belt and Road Plan. The road connecting China's Xinjiang to Pakistan's seaport is now partially operational, marking a significant accomplishment after decades of steadfast effort. China's goal for the building of Gwadar, a revolutionary water port, is at the center of this enormous effort. This exceptional megaproject, with a 15-year commitment from both parties, was launched in 2015 during President Xi Jinping's historic trip to Islamabad. Prepare yourself for a remarkable narrative of aspiration, determination, and the strength of unity. Do you want to know why this project will change the world? We will explain this in a little bit. Under the Extraordinary Cooperation Agreement, Pakistan's role in infrastructure development reaches unprecedented heights. A first anticipated investment of $46 billion from China has enabled the construction of improvement of highways, trains, pipelines, power plants, communications, and industrial zones. The deep water port is of utmost importance, since it is ideally situated at the meeting point of three economically important continents: the oil-rich Middle East, Central Asia, and South Asia. Its ultimate goal is to create a crucial link between trade on the world stage and landlocked Western China, particularly the Xinjiang province, which is dominated by Muslims. It is quicker, safer, and more effective to access via this new route across Pakistan. Additionally, the port serves as a point of access to Central Asian nations that are landlocked, offering previously unheard-of prospects for transit, trade, and transshipment. This port is positioned to become South Asia's top shipping center within only 5 years, housing a remarkable 13 million tons of cargo, with a projected handling capacity of 1 million tons of cargo yearly. But that's only the start. By 2030, ambitious development plans seek to increase its capacity to an astounding 400 million tons annually. Before proceeding to the next section and analyzing the economical impact of this multi-billion-dollar project, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button below to stay tuned with us for more insane and large-scale projects. Now let's continue. Let's now examine the strategic significance of this hitherto obscure fishing community that has grown into a powerhouse. This water port, which is located in a critical area of the Persian Gulf, is of unmatched importance to China. It acts as China's entry point for accelerated ship and cargo transportation to the Middle East and the Persian Gulf, and can hold tankers of 80,000 to 100,000 tons. China and Pakistan established a groundbreaking partnership in 2002, paving the way for the construction of a key port. By November 2016, this port has become a prime example of Chinese investment, with money and technology flooding in from that country. The waterport is currently flourishing both in terms of its commercial operations and the ongoing enlargement and enhancement of the projects that support those operations. The waterport is a crucial part of the China-Pakistan economic corridor and is of utmost importance. It not only opens up new opportunities for Pakistan's exceptional development, but also changes the game by breaking the U.S. blockade and giving China access to a crucial energy transit route. How has this achievement succeeded in? China, known for being a manufacturing powerhouse with a stellar reputation in the sector, struggles with a lack of energy resources, particularly when it comes to oil. China imports an astounding 400 million tons of crude oil each year to satisfy its energy needs. Most of this oil comes from the Middle East, notably the Persian Gulf, which is an oil-rich region. China's transportation of its priceless crude oil presents a formidable problem given the size of the global oil market. From the Persian Gulf, it must travel a risky route around the Indian Peninsula via the treacherous Strait of Malacca, past Singapore, and across more than half the globe before arriving at its final destination, China. However, this lengthy route is not without significant obstacles. In addition to having rising expenditures, it also entails increasing hazards over time. Any change in the global geopolitical environment could be problematic, endangering the transportation of China's vital crude oil and putting its energy security in jeopardy. Additionally, the United States places a great deal of strategic emphasis on the Persian Gulf and has kept an eye on events inside its sphere of influence. China looks for alternate routes to carry oil, avoiding the risky seas of the Persian Gulf in order to avoid potential conflicts of interest along the usual shipping route. With naval stations in Singapore and the Philippines, the Strait of Malacca is a strategically important passageway that the U.S. regularly monitors. Any interruption to China's vital oil conduit would be disastrous for the country, destabilizing its stability and economy. The stakes are extremely high as China negotiates this perilous terrain, and the result will have an impact on future global power relations. As China paves a new path in the world of oil transportation, see a stroke of strategic genius. They've unlocked a strategic edge by building a port in Pakistan. China may now forego conventional routes, cutting the distance at sea by an astounding 85%, traveling instead hundreds of kilometers from the Middle East to the waterport and then forward via an oil pipeline. Both significant cost reductions and improved crude oil transport security result from this. China has radically changed the oil environment, no longer constrained by the Strait of Malacca, control, or American influence. Economic development in China was hampered by its reliance on ancient transportation lines that covered 12,000 kilometers. However, the development of waterports has completely changed the transportation sector and cut the distance in half to just 2,395 kilometers. Despite China's excellent construction skills, the port city construction took an incredible 14 years because of political hitches and technological difficulties. This delay serves as a reminder of how crucial technological developments and political instability are to the timely completion of waterport projects, which are essential to the nation's economic development. China completed the primary construction of the waterport's main structure in under 5 years, starting in 2007, in a stunning display of speed and efficiency. However, Singapore made a large investment in leasing the waterport for more than 4 decades in order to control how the Strait of Malacca is used and control China's burgeoning energy transit route. The goal was to purposefully delay the deadline and obstruct China's building efforts up to 2012. The growth of the waterport and Pakistan shipping sector were indefinitely delayed for 5 long years, but the Pakistani government made a crucial choice to hand over control of the port to a Chinese firm. 2015 saw the official takeover of 2,281 acres by China, who also secured a lease with a whopping 43 years. This crucial action assured the continuation of the waterport's construction and use, opening the door for hitherto unimaginable potential and expansion. A pivotal chapter in regional connectivity and trade was set in operation. Let's observe the force of Chinese invention as they build enormous saltwater desalination plants that can produce an astounding 5.5 million gallons of water each day. It kindly provides neighboring residents with free, life-sustaining fresh water in addition to serving the port's needs. But China's investment in the region's infrastructure for healthcare and education have also improved people's quality of life, creating a lasting impression. The waterport, a great accomplishment that not only dominates the Strait of Malacca, but also lowers China oil transportation costs, is the glorious end result of 14 years of painstaking work. China has opened new roads, building profitable economic ties with developing oil nations in Africa, breaking away from the Persian Gulf's hold. It is impossible to exaggerate how important this seaport is to China. It is a soaring representation of development that is prepared to take the country's energy industry to whole new heights in the next few years. Prepare for China's inevitable ascent to energy dominance. So what you have learned from this video today is that China is really going to dominate the world in the energy sector. Share your thoughts in the comments section below and stay connected for the upcoming video.